Hello, I'm a PS3 cat and welcome back to the video. Today let's talk about survival building in Minecraft. This is something everyone likes the idea of doing, but then they realize that if they want to make some of the builds they really want to make, they just don't have the blocks because they're rare and hard to come by. However, meanwhile while they're thinking about those rare blocks and thinking, oh, survival sucks, they have a bunch of really ugly blocks lying in a chest that they just think, I'm never going to be able to use that. When will you use your stacks and stacks of cobblestone, your stacks of sand, your stacks of gravel, your stacks of dirt? Let's be honest, they're just kind of abused blocks that sit around the chest and will never be used. But what if I told you there was actually some use for them in survival? And that's why in today's video I'm going to be showing you some builds made exclusively out of the worst looking blocks to maybe encourage you to do this yourself. So hopefully you do enjoy this video, showing off some of the best builds made of just the ugliest blocks that maybe can inspire you. Like this video if you do like it because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like these sorts of building challenges because all of these builds came in from subscribers. I put this out on Twitter and then I've had to recreate these by hand in the Minecraft world, but it's been worth it in my opinion to show you some use for each of these blocks. Again, each of these blocks by themselves, they're like, like vaguely quite ugly, and when you combine them together, you don't get a pretty picture. I've done like, here they are in item frame form, here it is in real form. It's just not a great thing to look at, but if you combine them with some artistic talent, like subscribers have done, you actually get some pretty good stuff. So let's get straight into the fifth one here. We'll be doing this in like top 5 format, because the fifth best, build I was sent in was this kind of gateway, and it's a pretty epic gateway in a lot of different ways. Again, it's not great looking by itself. I think the gravel thing up there, and like, there's some things left to be desired here, but you can see the basis of like, oh yeah, some of these blocks are actually quite complementary. Although netherrack by itself kind of sucks, netherrack and sand actually works quite well. Although cobblestone by itself kind of sucks, cobblestone and gravel, it has like a slight improvement. Let's be honest, gravel's not going to improve too much, but that's maybe one of the best pairings it has, and it looks a lot better while costing a very little but lot of resources. And I think it's a pretty good build for that reason. And yeah, it's a good gateway to something else. It's a good way to make a statement by using a bunch of ugly blocks, and then it kind of sets the tone for what's going to follow. So yeah, this is from Cat Lover 1075, unlike the fourth best build, which comes in from @LaFroggyFellow. So this one was quite a bit better because although it looks a little bit like, oh yeah, this is someone's first Minecraft build, like this could look like something you build on your very first day, it is actually quite impressive because it uses granite and it uses gravel to make it look a little bit more like it's something you intended to just look low-tech, or it's something you could build in, because let's be honest, you have this much cobblestone lying around a chest right now. 95% of you watching this video, you have the resources you need to make this, so you could just go do this, 50 minutes you'd have it, and then you could use it for whatever you want. You could have a giant, like art, like thing in the middle, like a giant statue to yourself. You could use it as a house and then be like, oh yeah, it's just an ironically, bad Minecraft house. Or even you could just like upgrade it a little bit and make it perfect. This is a really simple structure that actually does have some effect to it, especially of the gates, especially of the towers, and I do quite like it as like a basis to go on. Like a castle made out of cobblestone, it might seem awful, but if you go big and you combine it with other blocks, you can actually kind of ruin that image. So let's move on to the third best build, which uses these blocks, and this one, it goes bold and it goes strong with the giant block of gravel. This is something like 5 or 6 stacks of gravel. Let's be honest, it's from Craft by the way. Let's be honest, you have no other, like use for the gravel besides what you're gonna like, punch it and turn it into flint over and over again. Not a great use for it, so you might as well take that 10 stacks of gravel, and you might as well use it to make a giant giant gravel block, just to show like, yeah, that's, I guess it's doing something. And I think it actually adds to this because it makes it a bit more, this gateway here, a little bit more intimidating. Also, the gateway, I should mention, is actually pretty good by itself. Like, again, the cobblestone complements the sandstone well, which complements the granite. It all kind of works together. Like, it's actually, this is one of the best, like, most complementary uses of everything. That's why it's number 3, of course. And I do quite like this as just like, yeah, this could be a great gateway to anything. This is something that someone could believe you chose to make all those blocks yourself, and that's, I really think, a testament to just how great this whole thing is. So yeah, what's better than this gravel block gateway thing to somewhere? I mean, we could jump on it to find out, but I don't think I can reach it. Instead, we're going to go behind the castle and show you the second best build, which looks just like this. So as you can see, this is kind of like a custom biome thing combined with a giant church. It's actually really quite nice in my opinion. Like, again, for something that's so big and like, so I guess I don't know how to properly describe this, but for something like this, by the way, from Kate Mystery 101, for something like this, you'd expect a lot worse results, but it's made mostly out of cobblestone and actually looks pretty good. It's got some giant doors, it's got some giant stuff. By just mixing up the blocks, by using some simple building techniques of like, oh yeah, don't just, layer it instantly, have like a unique shape. Why not go with some patterns and adding these, things all over the place, making it not a simple structure. Again, it's like a corner bend, it's slightly, curved. Making an interesting structure can make a really great little build like that, and then it's surrounded by its own little weird biome. Again, it's got the pathway thing, not a big fan, but it actually you know, adds to the build in some cases. But then also, you've got to bear in mind, we've got these granite trees right here. So if you really want to make your own trees and you want to make a statement, this is a great way to do it. Again, I like this build. I feel like this has like a really weird kind of style to it, and it can be used for a great custom map. If you want to make a custom map in survival, here's a way to do it. And as you can see, looking around this thing, it actually looks pretty great from a lot of different angles. Like, it's got different patterns on each side, and I think that's kind of great. They put a lot of effort into this, and I think it's pretty great, but it's not the greatest, it's not the #1. So what's the best build? Only using, again, granite, cobblestone, andesite, dirt, gravel, sand, and netherrack. So what's the best thing using these 7 blocks? Well, it's actually kind of a tie. I know that's like awful to hear, but there's 2, you know, builds which are great for different reasons. So the first one here, as you can see, actually comes in from your Huckleberry Flint. As you can see, it's a giant, so it's built on a green world, but just the actual blocks themselves are, you know, just entirely those 7 blocks. And as you can see, it's a Toy Cat logo. You can make anything out of these blocks because as long as they're like relative to each other, you can make giant logos and you can do like the poor survival version of it. I really love this one, and the emerald background makes it look a bit better, but even by itself, this could be a great awful Toy Cat, or like you could do a better one, but still, look at it, it's pretty great stuff. But then also we've got this second one. It's an amazing survival build that's actually made from a bunch of you know, the blocks just used in this giant formation. And although it's got like some stuff to be desired, it has these amazing towers, it has this really cool curved shape, and it shows that on a big enough scale, you know, using all these blocks, which you probably have enough of in survival, you could make some epic sized stuff that really makes people question whether survival building is worse than creative. It's not just like, oh yeah, this is the harder version. This can be the version that encourages you to use different stuff and do really, you know, impressive stuff like you saw from these people today. So hopefully this video did inspire you. If you want to try the challenge yourself, make sure you do, you know, like, yeah, give it a try. Just give the 7 blocks thing. And if you want to send it to me to, you know, let me know what you think, let me know what I think of it, let you know what I think of it. I don't know, but if you want to do that, you can send it in on @IBXToyCat on Twitter. But if you just want to, you know, like the challenge, want to see more of them, let me know in the comments down below, both if you want to see another challenge and if you've got like, you know, a fun idea that you think would be good for that, because I love the idea of setting these building challenges, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of this in the future. So let me know, like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here, and bell me so you can see videos like this daily on your homepage. Thank